January 28th, Thursday, and another spectacular trading day. Excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat. Let me get the chat going on the other computer, and I will tweet out as well what is happening live. So let's see, forgot to preset my tweet here. So come and join me live on YouTube. Let's talk stocks and short squeezes, right? Everyone wants to talk about GameStop and also BlackBerry and AMC and now silver and AG. So we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about short volume, short interest. What's the difference? I will be shooting a video that will go up permanently. So, hey, what's up, Ben? So let's take a look at that. All right, one quick thing I have to edit up here, and it helps when I have the right screens going for you guys. All right, so let's look at the SPY in the background while I set this up. So the SPY is really bouncing like crazy today. Now, it's bouncing right off of the 50 simple moving average on the daily chart, which tends to be quite a strong support area. Also hit a yellow trend line that was from the highs back all the way back. Let's put on a weekly chart, and you'll see that that trend line goes back all the way to 2018, all the way back here, actually right there, right? So we bounced off of that today. SPXL is rocking today, and I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see the SPY up at 384 today. I know, we're crazy, right? I think we could actually come up and test this trend line. Now, this is huge, right? This has been a resistance, hey, flipped. Now this trend line is now support on the daily chart for the SPY. Let me bring this here, and right here. I was checking out Nike, just did a little spot. You guys might see me on Business AM with Angela Miles, just did a little spot with her. So, let me pull up the chat as well. So let's also talk about, well, we've got Apple. I mean, look at this. This is fairly bullish. Will we fill the gap all the way back up here, 383? There's a good chance for that, right? Big bullish day. So let's pull up GameStop, right? Let's look at GameStop. Let's look at the craziness and the volatility that has happened with GameStop, right? 293 was a big print that we had yesterday. Not a dark pool print, but a regular print. And yesterday, if you do remember, I said, hey, is PLTR in the squeeze game? Well, check it out, Jacob. So I'm going to show you guys a couple free websites that you can also check out. I'm really big about offering up free tools for traders because I know in the beginning, and hey, who doesn't like free stuff, right? So start talking about GameStop, AMC all over the news. Yes. So big thing was Reddit Wall Street Beats, right? Right here. That I don't even know if they've blocked it. I think they probably blocked it. So they put out, I haven't gone through all of them, but they're absurd. They are stopping people from trading this stuff. So what happened was they put out on Reddit all about, hey, let's check out this stock. This is the reason why, right? If you go to highshortinterest.com, I'm going to put it in the chat. I will also put it down below. High short interest. Oops, I forgot. Highshortinterest.com. This is the website that will show you the short interest on stocks. Now, what is short interest? Short interest is hi Mariana. Short interest is what happens when the brokers report to FINRA how many shares are short in their trading accounts. This is showing 138% short. So that means there was naked shorting happening on GameStop. There was more than the public float short, right? In fact, let me do 138.08 times 51.56. Hold on. Oh, 1.38. That's where I went wrong. 08 times 51.56. All right, so that's 71 million. So that was even more than the outstanding shares that was shorted. So what happens was they ended up looking at it and saying, you know what, this is abnormal. This is naked shorting on this. This is going to go to the moon, which is pretty much what they did. I don't know. I haven't gone back to look through all the threads, but when more than the actual outstanding float, this is the total number of shares outstanding, has been shorted, that's going to create the short squeeze, right? And what does that mean? That means that for everybody that was thinking that the stock was going to go down, they sold the stock thinking, hey, it's going to drop. I'm going to buy down here and I'm going to capitalize on it because it's going to go bankrupt, for example. Well, what happens when people start pushing the price higher and then all of a sudden those shorts have to cover and it's low float, right? Right here we have it's 51 million in the public float that can be traded day to day by you and me. And it creates double the momentum. Then we have brokers, hey, thank you so much for trading with us. Your account is now over your margin. We are going to close out that position for you. They force them to buy. And there were hedge funds that were short. And it ended up creating the parabolic move. So when you see those moves like that, GameStop, BBB, BB, for BlackBerry, EXPR, if you guys follow me on the weekend, on Sunday, I talked about EXPR. Did I miss all of the meat of the move? I took a little short ride on it, but I didn't get all of it. Now, I had the levels back here, and I was watching it for us, right? We talked about it on Sunday. When we have a stock chart that looks like this, it's going to the graveyard, and then all of a sudden it curls up and it starts taking out the high of over here, that's when the squeeze happens. That's when buying comes into it. In fact, I'm going to see if I can just put together a potential squeeze list. That's going to be fun. I don't know when I'm going to do that. There's so many things I've got going on, but I might do that. Of a squeeze list. Hey, Jane, WSBs are starting on squeezing silver. Should we try an option spread, 28 calls, 21 puts on various quarterly dates? Well, here's the thing, MTETs. I am definitely bullish on silver in the long run, and I will show you why. So we were going to talk, this is sort of just like stock chat, right? If we go to the silver futures right here, and we look at, this is the 45, but let's look at the monthly on silver. And we keep sort of setting new resistances, right? Here was a resistance back here that was set up. And we have, oh, actually, I don't want to get rid of that one. Let's go back. This is what I'm looking at. Do you see the cup and handle? This week is the breakout for the cup and handle, right? Now, our depth right here for the cup and handle, the low of 1362 to the rim up here of 28. Uh-oh. I swear, my computer's been doing weird things lately. 1362, $14.43. So, looking at this, how quickly did it take for us to go from 13 to 14. It took 4 bars or 4 months because we're looking at a monthly chart, right? So we add that 14. This is simple mathematics. This is what I love about trading. I love math. We go from here. All right. This is our breakout. As long as we stay above it this week, we add 1430. We look at potentially, I'm going to look at this myself. So 4 months out, right? 4 months out, which we are right now. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. May. We're looking at May 2021 and potentially 40 calls is what I will check out and see. Where's the open interest? Maybe you could even do a vertical spread, maybe that's what I will look at. Maybe I'll look at a vertical spread of like 45 and 40, see what the pricing is. I have no idea. But these are just ideas I'm throwing out there. Because if we have that short squeeze again happen on silver, let's go over here. Let's look at shortinterests.com. So not here, but yeah, they were talking about AG and they halted AG today too. Shortinterest.com. All right, let's look at, shortsqueeze.com, excuse me, wrong one. Let's look at silver. Let's see what, it won't show me silver. Let's look at AG. All right, AG, 46 million, and the float is 196 million. So that's 30% short, right? Let's really quickly go over here and go silver stocks. Top silver stocks. All right, let's see what Investopedia has to say. SVM, AG, and FSM. All right, let's check out these short interests. So we're doing some homework together, guys. You'll get there, B. Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll get there. The more that you see that it's detrimental. Hey. Thanks, Mark. Okay. So short interest for AG is roughly 30%. Let's look at, I'm sorry, I started reading the chat. Let's look at SVM. SVM has 934, nope. Not so interesting. How about FSM? FSM. Now, these numbers were just reported and came out yesterday, the 27th. See how it says January B? That means it was reported January 27th. Okay, so this is 9 million out of 182. Let's also look over here. Short index. And let's see. Let's look at New York Stock Exchange. Nope, let's see. If we just want to go here, short interest. Here we go. Maybe there's a way to also look and see. They have all of this data is free at maybe it's the short data. No, I don't. Short interest data, view data sample. No, I don't want that. That's a sample of what it looks like. Historical data. I used to have a subscription to this, but I don't anymore because I use a short volume, which is more pertinent to me. So let's look at AG. Is this a false run on silver or will it retrace quickly? It depends on what the big guys are doing, Mark. If you missed this, we have a giant cup and handle setting up on the silver futures, and it's just broken out of the downward trend here. So this week, as long as we stay above, really, let's go to the daily chart. As long as we're staying above 25.50, in my opinion, on the silver futures, we are in breakout mode. Now, it looks like there was a test right here and almost tested it again. So we kind of need to break out above here, 27.40 as well. But really the breakout of the rim of the cup is up at 28.21. You know what? I'm going to set an alert there. Add an alert. Yeah, add an alert. 2821. Oh, nice. Very nice, Mark. All right. So thoughts on AAL? Yes, AAL was another one. And AAL had earnings today. So that was on my list as potential long trade. I'm also going to be offering just a smaller list of 5 stocks and SPY and QQQ on my website for $19 a month. So it's half as many stocks. If that's something that you guys like, that's going to be happening as well. Just so you know that there's another option that's not, it doesn't have quite as many options on there. Sorry, you just joined today. Do you think GME will break the 300 mark today? You know what? Ananias, I hope I said that correctly. There are so many brokers that are halting trading. They will not allow people to trade on it. And they're only allowing closeout positions right now. They're not allowing people to buy into it. So that, I don't know how that's going to happen. That means it's probably forcing the stock to drop in value. Let's check it out for GME. So in my opinion, it's likely going to drop because if they're not allowing people to buy, who's buying? Right? Maybe only the hedge funds that were short are buying. But the fact that they're saying, hey, so many brokers around in the US are saying we are not allowing trading on this stock. I know Tastyworks just said no. I believe Thinkorswim. Let's see if we can find that out. Let's see. Brokers and GME. That's probably going to give us all the headlines. Robinhood, interactive brokers restrict trading on GameStop and other stocks. Let's see. Interactive brokers. I know Thinkorswim as well put a restriction on it. Interactive brokers, restriction on BlackBerry, EXPR, GME, and COS. Think Webull is good. Yeah, so it, and I believe Webull has 2 million traders on there. But are they all trading it? You've got to think about who is on the other side of the trade, right? If there's nobody allowed to buy this could drop, right? And that might end up bringing it back down to reality of $40. It was the perfect short squeeze. If there's anything like the great short, this is the perfect short squeeze. Over 100% short, even greater than the outstanding number of shares. It was a recipe for disaster with naked shorting when brokers let it happen. So E-Trade is still trading it. That feels like the casino changing the rules when they get hurt. Yeah, Dave, they're also looking at the liability, right? If you were a trader and you went short on this, the brokers are like a bank, right? If you lose money when you're on margin shorting, what happens to their pocket? They end up losing money too, right? So this is a risk management, not so much on the buying side, but they're just looking at close out positions, right? They're saying, hey, you can close out your position, but we're not opening new positions. So when that happens, it's not going to create that momentum trade to the upside. In fact, it would likely create the momentum trade to the downside. And let's see, I have someone calling. Hold on 2 seconds, guys. Let me just mute my mic. All right, right back with you guys. So when this is happening, then the momentum can no longer be going to the upside, right? Who's buying? If we have that short squeeze where it's squeezing to the upside, what happens when only one party's allowed to buy, and that's to close out their shorts? Well, it's going to slow down, right? It's just going to that momentum. It's like a big freight train. All of a sudden, the brakes get put onto it, and it will no longer continue to the upside. So in my opinion, this will likely be going back down to $40, if not lower, back down to $20. And those that were able to get into a short position up at 500, nice job. I didn't trade it today. I was teaching this morning, but some good opportunities. Hey, Asif, how's it going? All right. So it was on my list today. COS, another one that was on my potential long list until they started manipulating it, right? This was manipulation by the brokers. Also a bit of a head and shoulders, sort of a shoulder over here, head. It was never able to reach up there. So if we look at it that way, we have our measurement tool. Hey, this was the high, $90. So from the breakdown here, 78, well, that looks like it's going into negative territory, doesn't it? Doesn't look good. Parabolic downward move. White House is monitoring GME. What else will they monitor? Yeah, you know what, Asif? I was just talking about it. I think it was more the brokers looking at risk management. IRDM, I mean, there's definitely ways, like I show you guys potential moves long or short. I'm not being biased one way or the other. I'm saying here's the trade setup. Potentially watch this for a nice trade. If it doesn't go long, maybe it's going to be a short trade. IRDM had it as a potential long. Was it? No, it ended up being a short trade today. Awesome. Cool. Can we capitalize on that? Yes. So there are some people, I think, you know, that do end up, when they say, hey, I'm buying this, if they have a large number of followers, that it will create a self-fulfilling prophecy. And when all of their followers go in on it, then that's more momentum, right? All of those people create that momentum. And it's the nature of the beast of people that put themselves out there. If they say, look at this, I'm buying here. And then everybody says, oh yeah, I understand that. Time to minimize losses. When would the best time be to sell today? You know, on GME, right now, it's looking like it's going down. If it were to drop below 235 here, in my opinion, I would say that's where I would get out. If it cannot hold this 20 simple moving average, bye-bye. I have no idea where you got in. There you go. So the Discord room had 300,000 people. If you have 300,000 people and it has 56 million in the float, if everybody buys, what, 150 shares, that's almost the entire float, right? So that can really move the market, especially on low float stocks. So I didn't know that. What about Nokia? Yeah, let's check out Nokia. So Nokia was also a bit of a short squeeze as well. And let's look at it on the daily chart and 15-minute chart. So this squeezed up as well. It looks like a head and shoulders type scenario. Shoulder, head, maybe it will bounce up to 540 and then curl down. At that point, maybe this moving average will be right there. But it looks like it could be heading up. This is definitely in the downward motion right now. I don't know what this is here. So Nokia had a nice run to the upside. Longer term, could this continue to move back? Yes, but it might come back down to this $4.20 area that was resistance in the past. Maybe that will end up being support for Nokia. So maybe we'll see it pull back 70 more cents before it moves forward. Now on earnings, last earnings quarter, they did fairly well, right? Well, at least the market liked it, but they were not short, but they missed on 2 cents. So what's their projected earnings is 13 cents. So we'll see if they are able to come forward. It's also going to, a lot of it is the forward guidance, right? What is going on with the forward guidance? Silver as well. Hey, silver had a crazy short squeeze day and now it is bouncing, right? It bounced up today. We broke above this downward trend over here. It based for quite a while, and now we're up above the moving averages. Hey, you guys know me, the 425 EMA. As long as we're staying up above 2370, this could have a bigger move to the upside. We will see. Honestly, we will just see. I like it to the upside, but here's also two more that I'm looking at. So check out Nike. Let's see, did I have my fibs on here? I took them off. All right. So Nike, this has had a big upward day, looking for a close above 136. This could run up to new highs, right? This is in a short squeeze mode, bullish. And then also Pepsi is another one. Let's see if I have my fibs on here. No, I got rid of them. So Pepsi, another one. I totally missed Heinz Craft. Remember we were talking about Heinz Craft. We were talking about all the weed stocks. And hey, who wants snacks? Who wants Frito-Lay? Heinz Craft? Well, where was I on that one? I hope you guys capitalized on that. There's no way to possibly make all of these trades happen. But that was a pretty spectacular trade, right? I wish I'd gotten in on that. You bought shares of Nike yesterday. Nice job, Holland Properties. Yeah, we are in a very volatile time of the market. And I feel like this sort of price action happens every time when Amazon, or not when Amazon, but when Apple reports. And this week is probably the most volatile week of earnings season. We had a crazy massive down day yesterday, which kind of makes sense, right? If the big guys want to get in on Apple, wouldn't they want to take it down and then buy when it's at a discount? I was teaching today. So wouldn't they want to buy at a discount? Now it's hitting the 200 simple moving average on the 15-minute chart. A bit of resistance there. We are testing all of the averages. They're butting up against it on the shorter time frame. On the longer time frame, we're still in the upward motion. So we kind of want them both to be going in the upward direction with confirmation. Yes, down here, close to this trend line, close to the 21 EMA, great time to get it. Let's look at Tesla as well. Tesla reported earnings, missed on earnings, I believe. There's so much to talk about today. Missed on earnings, 22 cents, came down to the 21 EMA, and then they bounced. It's testing the trend lines from below. We did have some activity at 844.50. This could be a disbursement box right here. Bounced up. Oop, just kidding. Psych. And now maybe it's going again. Whoopsies. Wrong one. To the right side right here. So would watch to see, hey, I'm not convinced that this is buying or selling. We haven't really had a close outside of this. Hey, this one they closed just inside the box. This one we opened below and it's coming back up. I'd like to see it break out above 868 in my opinion on Tesla. That was on my short list today. And at open, it opened down and it's run up since. We're testing this level. Maybe it will continue down. Also testing this trend line here. So, hey, we broke it and now this is the test. This could be a lower risk short entry potentially. All brokers are preventing traders to GME with margin and restricted short selling yesterday. So many brokers were down. Yeah, a lot of brokers this morning had issues. And I had issues with my brokers yesterday and today. So it was so frustrating yesterday. I just said, let's put it to the wayside today. And I was also teaching. So I was teaching someone at 9:15. So VIX, massive run up, came back down. This is put buying, right? It's a measure of volatility of put buying on the SPY bend. So yesterday it had a nice run up, but it's always rolling down the hill. Like this is the one when people are shorting, right? Let's go to 5 years. All right, this rarely happens. This is the corrections, right? As the market is bullish, what is this doing? It's coming down. This is kind of like what GameStop, let's see, GameStop looked like until, right? GameStop had pretty much flatlined. It was at max high of 57. You'd think that most of the shorts would have gotten out. They would have looked back at history. Sorry, can't see it. would have looked back at history. Hey, 57, I'm getting out. 63, I'm getting out, right? No, they didn't. They were stubborn. And that's when the short squeezes happen. Let's look at BlackBerry. Healthy company, not so much. And what happened? Does this look like the chart that you want to get in on? No. Let's go look at AMD for Neil. Let's look at the daily here. All right, so AMD had earnings yesterday, right? 98 cents. Bounced a little bit. It bounced off of this moving average. It's coming back up. Setting, it looks a bit like an inverted head and shoulders. Just a little bit, like a shoulder level here at 87.80, head at 86, and the neckline right here. So let's draw this out and measure potential move. 89.10. Oops. Let's go here, 89. Let's put that at 89. And let's measure the move, 86.80 to 89, $2. So potentially when it breaks out from 89, maybe up to 91. Now, how quickly that's going to happen? This is a shorter time frame. This is a 15-minute chart. Maybe that would happen over the next 2 weeks. I have no idea what the calls are. Yeah. Okay, Mark. I'd say so many don't even know what a chart looks like. FOMO and what are my mates doing approach. Yeah, a lot of people get stuck on the shorter time frame, and you have to look at that big picture. That's something that I've really noticed in the past 5 years of studying the market intensely, is that really you need to see the big picture to be able to understand the micro. The micro is where the moves can start initiating. However, you need to have that macro view for your targets and understand where it's going, where you're going to get out. All right. So I've sort of gone off topic here. Oh, Mara as well, I think, is moving today. In relation to the dollar, I feel like this chat is a little random today. I'm hungry. I think that's why. Very true. I was trading GTE on shorter time frame and too much noise and 5-minute chart was pretty clean. Yeah. It'll help you not get faked out. So Mara came up, also probably Bitcoin as well. It hit the volume weighted anchor price, and now it's coming back down. So it's sort of hovering between these two with a high resistance right up here, roughly at 22.17, and a support down here at 16.51. I would watch for the break. It could go sideways and make like a little triangle for a little bit of time and then surge higher. It looks like a little bit of a breakout if we drew a trend line like this right here. Da-ding! Yep. Broke out higher than normal volume, breaking out up here. However, this trend line downward trend was unsustainable. Really, it was higher than 45 degrees. So that was not a very, very sustainable downward trend. It did find the support right here, so could break out up above here, but I would watch more for that breakout. That's going to act as resistance. Also, this level as well from the past over here, 22 was also resistance. Or support flipped to be resistance. All right, lots of good stuff. All right, AAL, did we talk about AAL? I think we did. Or maybe not. I think I might have gotten distracted. So AAL, short squeeze, had earnings, major breakaway from the 200 EMA and the 50. People were buying. This was acting as support for quite a while. Had a bit of an inverted head and shoulders right here, 1470 to 1630. And so $1.90 upside move would put it right up here, roughly 1850. Wouldn't be surprised if it closed roughly at 1850 today. That would be a point at which I could see that it could close roughly 1850 today. NCLH, another short squeeze in the making. You know, all of these stocks that really got beaten down, hey, they opened up higher, they gapped. Now this is sort of in limbo. It's caught up in the moving averages. Where is it clear? Okay, well, it's clear below 2380 and it's clear above 2470 on the daily. For today, little micro squeeze pre-market, and then it's just coming back down to reality a little bit. Potential to fill the gap back down to 2348. Apple as well had this on my short list, and a nice test of the upward breakout area of 141.80. For good reason, that was our support yesterday. So looking at that, 141.50, excuse me. No, 141.80. Looking at that as resistance for today, support flipped to be resistance. Will it break above? If we're not able to break above, the 200 EMA here on the 5-minute chart, maybe this is a correction for the market overall as well as big tech. Tomorrow will also tell a story. All right, NEO. So NEO bounced off of support right here. It looks like it's setting up for an M. However, we did not break down just yet off of 56.40. So nice trade to the upside. You see that 200 and 425, how it's really a little bit of a brick wall. Keep your eye on those. All right, Nike as well. Potential move to the upside today. Rock this on the list. To the upside, breaking out above 131. And then Tesla, we already talked about. Do you guys have anything else that you want to check out today? Before I wrap it up, my tummy is grumbling. If you guys like the live stream, please hit that like button. It helps to share it with the YouTube algorithm. Likes, sharing, likes, comments. It helps to promote the video so that more people will see it and I can help more people and educate more people. It is a free resource, so I thank you guys for showing up. Trade idea, show any alert when a stock breaks the high of day. Yeah, sometimes that's good. Asaph, you might want to also add ramping up volume as well. Oh, you've been down lately? I'm sorry, Holland. Just smile. Smiling and literally physically looking up can help you as well. And taking deep breaths to calm yourself. Did yoga this morning, felt really prepared for the day. Oh, FDX. I thought you were saying personally. Do I use VWAP? I use anchored VWAP more, camshaft. So FDX really had resistance over here on the 425. Hey, Bat Scientist, you're late today. Were you busy in the lab? Superman pose works well. Yes, it's true. And even hands on your hips. All right, so this is coming up. Maybe it looks like a bit of an H, Holland Properties. So it looks like it's coming down a bit of an H, and will it break down below 242, 243? A close below 243 would likely end up in a move back down here to 235. They did have earnings, and it was positive earnings, maybe negative forward guidance. I don't know why, because they said that they were stopping to pick up packages. I will tell you, I ordered presents for my dad in the States, and they were shipped FedEx. Both times they got lost. I wasn't happy. It was a perishable item, food. One at Christmas time and one in August. And this also looks like an inverted head and shoulders on the shorter time frame, right? If we look here, shoulder, ignoring this candle right at open, right? So head neckline right here, 246 down to 246 points if it can break above 240. So maybe 246 up to 252 would be a potential, but it is definitely rolling down the hill. It's eating good. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. If there's anything you'd like to see in the videos, let me know. Just regular upload videos. I have a bunch that I'm going to be shooting. Also creating a new training series for my website as well. So lots of great things out there. So have an amazing day. I will see you all tomorrow at 12:15. As I always say, carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. Have an amazing day. Thanks for